and welcome everyone. We are here. We are not breaking up cat fights under houses, and we are ready to play tabletop RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, Innistrad, all the good things. So, we are going to tell you all, words are hard. We're gonna say who we are and who we're playing. I'm gonna start with myself since I'm already talking, so I can just stop talking. I am Lindy, and I'm going to be playing Octavia Stormkirk. She's a swarm keeper ranger, and her swarms are bats, and they're adorable, and she's a dampier. Also, we've got a little donation goal down there, so if you want to contribute to us getting some cool character art for the Magic the Gathering game, we can put them in these card slots. Cool. But someone who's pretty cool is my good friend D20 Coup de Grace. How are you?
Yes, that's me. I'm D20 Coup de Grace, and I'll be playing a Felsic tonight. He's just a simple archaeologist, and he's ready to be, find his way out of the current situation he's in. Yes, because he's very scared of it.
That is wise. I can't say I blame him. Wolfric, Shiny Pilot, will be joining us later this evening once, work chills out a bit, but he should be here, probably about an hour. We do, however, at this very moment in time, have Deception Check with us. How are you?
Hi, yes. I'm trying to understand how the simple Felsic statements this evening that surprised me. Hi, yeah. Deception check. I'm playing Avrana Suadrana, Hexblood, Druid, socially associated with the Summer Court, possibly, maybe, probably. Best friends Felsic, and in mortal danger.
Someone who I hope is in immortal danger because I romantically love them in game and platonically love them out of game is Nuggetosaurus. How are you?
That was so sweet. I love you too. Both romantically in game and platonically out of game. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm playing Deknari, the Aasimar monk who is kind of floating in space right now. Don't know what's going on with her. I'm very scared because I watched last week's episode and I saw things that happened and I am not happy. I'm worried. I'm very worried.
Meet my dad. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
he's so nice.
The parents. It'll be great.
It's been 10 years. Great. It's about time. But someone who's playing my parents is our game master, Pope Worldbuild. How are you?
I'm fine, children. I'm fine. Hello, everybody. Pope here. And yes, a lot has happened last week, and I'm looking forward to how everything shakes out and the horrors therein. And I'm so happy to have all of you here. So let's remind ourselves of where we are, when we are. So we have left the good manor of Jaleva. The town has an unfortunate infestation problem. Maybe a little defiled, just a bit. And after a few days scenic journey, on the way to the Stormkirk Holdings, we are in the Drownyard. After leaving a small village that we will never go back to. And we have met some lovely people. The Drownyard, don't let the name fool you. It's a happening place. It's a town filled with commerce, science. Science is in all caps. Science, and art. And we've met artists, we've met Lynn, we've met the friendly lighthouse wiki that just so happens to be Octavia's father, who we have yet to actually have a name for.
I thought you had a name. I could name him if No. Oh, he's got a
Oh,
name. Oh
we
no.
have names.
Look, his name's Dad. Yeah, Dad, father.
Yes.
Uh,
And we have met a man. Also, maybe in all caps, possibly italicized, of science. Who has taken up residency in the town's keep. There is a terrible, terrible storm that has brewed, and lightning, that primordial force of nature, has been harnessed to animate dead flesh in series for the first time on the plane, animating 30 Stitcher zombies. And our good friends, Felzik and Haranis, are there to witness this triumph of Geralf. And in this moment of glory, Haranis remembered something and then tried to strike Geralf down with a lightning bolt. And did that not end the way he thought it would? But we'll put a pin in that. We're going to get back to that rooftop storm and see what comes of that in a moment. But as a good friend of mine likes to say, in order to go forward, we oftentimes have to go back. And so we go back. We go back to that village outside of Jaleva's Manor, to a small inn, once kept by an odd fellow by the name of Iggy. And we go back to an evening that was filled with strange dreams for all those in that house, in that building. We go to Deknari, who, when we see her, she is side by side with her beloved Octavia. And then the dream begins. Music boxes are a thing of haunting beauty, a mechanical art, known and respected throughout the lands of Innistrad. And we hear that very distinctive noise, that ping of metal, harmonious tones, something haunting, something on the edge of dreams and restless sleep. It's that sound that is almost soothing, but for some reason there's a dissonance in the tone that just, it's haunting. And fortunately for us, in this dream, that tone drowns out what is happening in the village below. But for Deknari, that tone is quite loud, and with it comes strange visions, visions of shadow and flame, visions of wings, white and red, black and gray, fluttering. The sound of steel striking steel. Sounds of battle. Great conflict. A fall from grace. And then the screams start. Screaming of men, women, children. Screams of death, torment, execution. And then the camera pans to something else. We see Deknari vertical, out of bed, not awake, but out of bed, climbing out the window, walking across the rooftop, descending, and getting into a very black carriage. It is exceptionally dark in there. Dark as a pit. There are 2 horses that pull the carriage, but there is no driver. The horses themselves, black as pitch, eyes red. And as Deck gets into the carriage, little bips and bobs of your goods and materials, almost like out of a Disney film, animate and find their way out the open window and climb into the carriage as well. Welcome, Raiders. We're just getting started. As we are on the plane of Innistrad, and terrible things are already afoot. And the carriage rides off into the night, and the screams continue. But in that manner, in that inn, things are quiet. On deck, eventually you come to. You find yourself in entirely strange surroundings. And sitting across on a bench seat is an incredibly pale gentleman. Close cropped hair, white hair. In full plate armor, immaculate. Ears slightly coming to points. Very beautiful. Easy there.
This isn't where I went to bed.
No. No, it isn't.
Who are you?
There is a slight smirk, and you see one very pronounced Fang.
Mm-hmm.
Distant relations of your paramour.
So, Stormkirk, different branch.
Politics is so boring.
Well, I mean, I agree, but
What's interesting is you.
I would disagree, but that's your prerogative.
No. You escaped Jaleva's house.
Barely.
You escaped the demon.
Oh, Bob? Yeah, he was great.
Bob.
Mhm.
That's funny. But tell me, have you been having strange dreams lately?
Have I? Yeah, I had a vision in that little temple, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a strange, I wouldn't call it a dream. I wasn't asleep. And I mean, yeah, just the vision. She does not mention the dream she just had.
That is good to know. Again, the Elemaster skin. Face that is both all at once incredibly animate, but moves more akin to a glacier. Yellow eyes piercing into yours. So, do you intend to face what's coming? Or are you going to try and escape it?
That would depend on what's coming.
What always finds us on Innistrad? Chaos.
Or trauma. The usual. I mean, it's Innistrad. Can you really avoid it here?
There are those that have the power to avoid it.
Lucky them.
Yes, lucky them. I'm interested in taking what they don't use.
And what is it that they don't use?
Their freedom.
So you want to rule, enslave, command?
I want to leave.
Leave. Nephalia?
You're not where I need you yet.
I don't even know who you are, so I don't know where I am either.
We're making our way to someplace safe.
In Innistrad, wow.
There are a few places made in the old days that still hold power and can keep individuals like us safe.
Do you know anything about a very big castle? Hold on, I have notes. I have the description. Hold on. Okay, maybe I don't have the notes. What the heck? Okay, wait. I just have castle here. Yeah, do you know anything about, just a very large castle on like a cliff, I think? Maybe it was floating. I don't remember. I saw it very briefly.
Sounds like something in Gaia Reach. Stencia.
Gaia Reach. Instancia.
Might be something of Olivia's doing. She's been busy.
Does that name ring a bell? I imagine it would.
Free. Give me a history check.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
+2 for a 17.
Olivia Voldaren of the House Voldaren. The house
One of
bears her name.
the vampire peoples. Okay.
She enjoys her condition and living deliciously. She likes to stay far away from people and bring them to her.
Okay.
She also created a holiday, King or Queen of Vampires. It's a 3-day event.
Yep.
Where you take a human and they are king or queen for 3 days.
It's a bad time.
The vampires listen to any order of theirs except for them being able to abdicate. And then on the last night, at the peak of festivities, those in attendance eat the king or queen.
Yep.
That's Olivia.
Right. Right. Olivia. Yeah, I don't want to meet her. I really don't.
No one really wants to meet Olivia.
No, I imagine not.
But be wary, little bird. If I'm interested in you, it's only a matter of time before she is.
Oh, great. I've already had a vampire ghost want to possess me, and now there's strange vampire man. No king and queen lady. She's just like muttering under her breath, which I imagine he can hear because like she doesn't care if he hears it, but can you at least give me something to call you? Since you won't give me your name, apparently.
Meyer.
Meyer. Right. So, I mean, just because, I like knowing the semantics of things, did you like kidnap me from my inn and my, my paramour, as you said? Did you teleport me? How did I get here?
I prefer the term whisked away.
That's very vague, and I respect it. Fire. Okay. Right. Well, is there anything you can tell me about a little bit more about what's coming? And maybe if I should run away from it?
There are those that play being lords of this realm. And then there are those that actually hold power.
As there always is.
We're all going to quickly learn who actually holds power. My plan is not to be here when that happens.
And what do you mean when you say here?
You're not where I need you yet.
Fine then.
Those yellow eyes again stare at you, and you get the sense that it's not so much a man that you're dealing with. It's almost like a cat
I like
playing
cats.
playing with something. Those yellow eyes staring at you.
Right. Well, is there like a time frame of when we'll arrive at our destination? Because
Oh,
as much as I'm enjoying your company, I'd really prefer to be, with the love of my life. So,
we're getting to safety soon. Unfortunately, where your loved one is most certainly not safe.
oh, Octavia. I mean, could you drop me there and then maybe tell me where to go and I can meet up with you later? I'd really prefer not to leave her on her own.
There's another smile. We're arriving shortly.
Great.
Do you try and look out one of the carriage windows?
I think. Yeah, I think she would eventually at one point. She would just kind of like, if there's like a curtain in the way or something, she'd like kind of peek out of it and see if she can see anything.
And the moon is bright this evening. Bright enough that it looks like the carriage is going to run head first into a close crop of trees when all of a sudden the carriage itself is swallowed by darkness. And then comes to a stop. A number of braziers light. And it looks like you're on the interior of some well-appointed hunting lodge.
So, is that our destination?
This is the safe house.
Right. Do you want me to get out? Should I stay here?
Oh, you will be staying here until the time lock ticks down.
The what?
Time lock.
Time lock. Is this like a magic thing? Because like I know nothing about magic.
For someone who's in the middle of a lot of magic, I suggest you start learning.
I mean, is that you offering to teach me?
I find those who are self-taught are usually the ones that survive the longest.
Well, I've been self-taught in everything else, so might as well do this too, I suppose.
That's the spirit. As he walks out of the carriage,
I guess I'll follow.
the place is exceptionally well appointed. Really comfy chairs. Settee fireplace. And there is an extensive library. Food stores. An entire rack of mini bottles of wine and wine.
Fine.
As your host begins going up a spiral staircase. When the lock finally ticks down, the door will open. And if you head your way south, should your paramour still be alive, you should find her in the Drownyard.
Oh, she went to see her father. Great. So just to my own devices then. I mean, while I'm here, can I like, she gestures to the bookshelf.
By all means, you have the run of the place.
Great.
Just don't try to escape.
No promises. And she goes over to the bookcase.
I promise you this. Defenses are extensive. And they're faster than you.
I'm not surprised, but can't blame a girl for trying.
I can blame so many for so much.
Most people can, especially here in Innistrad.
Happy reading, little bird.
Everybody keeps calling me a fucking bird. And then she pulls a book off the shelf.
And thus we have an idea of some of what's going on. An extensive magical library, some sort of vampire, many individuals with their own plots and plans. But now let's check in with two who I don't believe have a plan.
What's that?
As
Stand beside my friend Felsic.
Yeah. What plans?
you are facing down possibly one of the most terrifying individuals in all of Innistrad and his 30 brand new creations, including one that is about the size of 3 men.
Felsic claps. Impressive! Congratulations! I've never seen such a feat.
Aranis grabs his collar and starts pulling him backwards. We should go right now.
Yes, we probably should go.
He did tell them to destroy us.
Oh,
Or eat
seize
us, or
them.
grab us, seize us, something. The lightning was loud at that time. I think he said kill us.
I don't like dying.
So you're trying to flee into the castle.
For now, yes. Yes.
For now, yes.
Just to get out of his sight is what I'm trying to do. And then I'll plan on doing other things. Like teleporting. Hopefully.
Well, for our 2 friends who are, for now, yes, running away into the castle, I would like athletics checks, please.
All right.
Look, if there's anyone who's got these athletic checks, I think it's the 2 spellcasters of our group, so.
Right. That would be a 10.
Critical, which would make it a 21.
Blackjack is good. 10 is not so good.
No, 10's not good. I'm not very athletic.
10 is not so good. So now I get to roll the happy sad die.
I don't like the happy side.
Don't roll.
It's
What
only
if
been
it's
very
happy?
angry at me.
Well, that was the saddest of faces.
I only get the saddest faces when rolled.
Oh no, it may be me getting the status of the baby.
No, you succeeded.
You
I
succeeded. See, deception check knows what's up.
failed. Yes.
Uh,
My chances of dismemberment. That is what is up right now.
so does an 18 hit you?
Oh, but most definitely.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm a druid. I don't necessarily have a high armor class.
No.
Well, a number of things are going to happen. First, I
Yes.
need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, wonderful. Another really strong point for my character.
No, best buddy.
Oh, that was a 13. That's going to be an 11 instead. Yeah, dice are really on my side today.
11's not good.
No, still not good.
11's not good.
Okay.
So
Save yourself, Felsic.
I get to roll a d4.
Okay.
You just lost a second level spell slot
Okay.
and take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Okay.
As
All right.
the biggin,
Begin.
Geralf's Mind Crusher has kept pace with you, Uranus, and has managed to lay its really big mitts on you.
Right. I would have been faster if I hadn't been carrying Felsic all day today.
Well, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
At least I'm
You're
nice and fresh. I can keep my run
fully
off.
rested so you could escape.
Now, I will leave what happens up to the two of you.
Okay. I think Felsic is then going to see Ross is having trouble keeping up. He's going to turn around. Are we out of sight of...
You went inside and you're in a large spiral staircase.
I like to
Okay.
imagine that Uranus was falling behind, and then the big guy just kind of clocked him and knocked him ahead of Felsic, like sliding along the floor.
All right.
You skipped a few stairs. It's
Yeah.
not comfortable,
No.
but you skipped a few.
We should leave.
I said that before, Felsic.
And then I'm going to teleport away. Using Dimension Door, hopefully.
Are you including me in that teleport?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to make sure of that statement.
I need you, due to visibility concerns,
Uh-huh.
because we're in this terrible storm,
Oh, yeah.
to give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. So this may hurt. I got that 11.
My life is pain, Felsic. It's fine.
So what I personally desire in this moment is, Felsic, you are already casting the spell as my life is poof. Pain, Felsic, as you are falling out of the sky now.
I may have miscalculated.
Um,
Don't say.
this feels like a happy sad die again.
Wait.
It is an indifferent face.
Well,
That is good news.
That's better than sad or angry or very sad.
can
Yes.
I activate my winged boots and grab them?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Dex save. Oops. 5.
The answer is no.
Well, we don't die in the castle.
No, and fortunately for you, you don't die from the falling damage. I have news. You land in the bay.
Oh, good. I think that's good news. Never mind.
The bay, mind you, at night is filled with geists,
Oh,
vengeful spirits.
Hey, there's a lighthouse. Maybe
If they can get there.
you can
I
see
was
it.
just to swim.
At least you have a destination to aim towards, is all I'm saying. Like,
So, would you two fine gentlemen give me some athletics checks?
okay. Another athletics. Oh, better than last time, but still horrible. 12.
Okay.
Quick question, just to refine what I'm available to do at this point in time. When we were hanging out at the nice lady's home,
Mhm.
while Felsic was ingratiating himself to her, and she was currently cursing him, would you consider that a short rest while we were there?
Sounds like you want to make a deal.
I'm just asking if a few hours we spent in the pleasant company of that fine lady, a friend of Octavia Stormkirk, was that considered a short rest or not? I just,
Well, I'm willing to be persuaded that it was a short rest.
Mhm.
However, I need
Yes.
something for that to be a short rest.
Oh, well, what do you need?
I need for you to have been relaxing and not paying attention while you were there.
I don't believe we were really doing anything while we were there, but
I mean, you were analyzing Felsic a good bit.
oh, that's true. All right, then. That's fair.
So do you say you're taking the short rest, or are you saying you were paying attention?
It seems that I was probably paying attention to Felsic a little bit, but I didn't know that sitting down and watching Felsic was a sport.
Oh, it is.
It probably is. Now that I think about it, it does make sense.
Honestly, Felsic is like NASCAR. You watch for the crashes.
Fair. That's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I have an idea. Hold on.
Oh, what is this idea?
I want to ring. I want to use my horn of silent alarm, and provided that Octavia is within 600 feet of us, she'd hear that. I don't know if she is.
You know what? I'm not going to roll the happy sad die. Instead, I'm going to do something an old ST of mine likes to do when I would roll this happy sad die. She does this. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. I'm good at those.
Say that.
I'm okay at those. With the 15.
That's pretty
15 is what you need to hit. Welcome, Raiders, as we are right now at the Drownyard in Innistrad, and our good friends, Felsic and Uranus, have just escaped Drolf and his many undead by using a teleport that put them right over the bay. And
It's fine.
it's evening, so the guys are out. And
It's a Geist party.
There's a lot of water. There's a lot of undead. There's excitement, and so we welcome you to enjoy that with us. So Felsic, as you struggle to stay afloat, you pull out your horn and blow with as much strength as your undead lungs can provide. And Octavia,
Yes. We're having wine. It's delightful.
you hear this really annoying air horn-like sound.
Do you hear that?
Your father makes a face like he wants to say he does not hear that.
It's like a very obnoxious horn. Oh, I bet money it's Felsic.
Do you want to answer that?
I mean, not particularly, but I'll at least look out the window.
Give me a
Sits-
perception check.
Sits
Octavia.
down, looks out. I mentioned there's like some curtains.
Yeah.
Looks out. Perception check. I'm allegedly okay at those, I think.
At this same moment, with him blowing
Oh,
the
I've
horn,
actually-
would it be all right for me to cast a spell?
Sure.
Whoop! That die's on the floor. I gotta get a new one. Okay.
I cast daylight on Felsic.
Oh god, why would you?
Oh dear. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second.
Alright, we're gonna use A different dice. Sorry, Becky. The
He
one
blew a horn,
you
and
gave
now
me
he's a beacon.
dropped. Okay. That is 14 plus 7, 21.
21. So there's a really bad storm. And now
Yes.
there's a glowing undead drowning fellow in the bay that you can just barely see.
How did I know?
You also see that there are plenty of undead, and they look upset at this new undead sun in the bay, and they look like they're going to try and snuff it out.
How involved do I want to?
That is an excellent question.
How far away are they? I feel like is the first question here.
545 feet.
545 feet. Oh dear. What help could I possibly give them? I'm looking at my spells. Nothing reaches that far.
Does the tower have
Remotely.
a lighthouse ballista? I don't know.
A lighthouse. Ballista. I mean, the lighthouse is running. Well, let me look through one more time at my what I do have a swim speed. That's helpful.
That is helpful.
That is helpful. I think she'll go. Suppose I should try to do something.
Do you?
They're going to agitate the whites. I think she'll get out there. Be like, I'll be back. She knows she'll at least be back in a moment. Get out. Transform clothes into something more suitable for swimming because magic items are cool.
Yes.
And, you know, the Stormkirks frequently live near water, so, you know, I imagine she's got a cool swim dress. It's all vampy and gothic and awesome. So it just goes, put out the light! and she will do the yell, and then I'm going to dash so I can move 80 feet.
Am I able to hear that?
Because
Make a perception check.
I have a walking speed of 40, which means my swim speed is 40, which means if I dash swim, that's 80.
Okay, a 16. I thought that was a natural 1.
Oh, okay.
16. You hear part of it. You hear put light.
Does it look like the light is being detrimental to our survival?
There
Like
are
that's-
an awful lot of geists headed your way.
All right.
They're looking at me.
But you are quite stunning with the daylight on you, and I'll stuff it out.
They're still looking.
Really? Are you sure?
Wait.
I also
I'm
don't
not-
need to breathe, so I'm just under the water. So it's this not breathing and swim speed is like great for water stuff.
Can you do that teleport thing again, Felsic? Before we die?
Not at level 7. Don't think.
I can.
Oh, because you're a warlock! Yeah. I was thinking about my sorcerer who once teleported on the back of a dragon and had only 1 4th level spell slot, and it was bad.
All right.
It's up to you. I mean, there's lovely creatures out here that like to say hello.
So would you like to teleport again, Felsic?
I would attempt to teleport to Octavia.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have learned from the great Dale Friesen that when a player tells you something, you try to deliver precisely what that player asked.
There's a lighthouse right there.
And
Well, I can't
so,
teleport.
you want to
Oh, that's
teleport to
true.
Octavia,
Well, the
and
next to Octavia.
so you will teleport. Octavia pointed out that she is below the water.
Yes. It's
Because
generally safer cover.
She don't need to breathe. And Felzik,
Yes.
you don't need to breathe. Uranus does need to breathe.
Oops.
Oops. I think every time Felzik teleports now, he's just gonna be like, oops.
Such a strange
We're
word
2
of
for
power
2.
for that spell.
Is that just your casting word for Dimension Door? Oops.
Command words are important, folks. And so I have news. Octavia, you now have 2 very damp, not light gentlemen where you are nearby where you are in the water. Felzik looks fine. Uranus has just went from above water level to several feet below water, and is one of those people that has this breathing problem. They need to.
Gosh, those breathing people. I mean, Deck's one of them, but she's exceptional. So we look over that necessity to breathe in her. Anyways, I'm gonna stop there. I'm sorry, Nugget. Uranus, knowing Uranus's what is it? Disposition for breathing. Yes, his handicap. Yes, his breathing deficiency. Especially at the moment. She will, being not completely unstrong, at least try to grab him, and she's a good swimmer, and just like
you have a swim
shove
speed.
him up.
So
above
go
the
ahead and give
water.
me an athletics check to see how well this goes.
That's a 12.
It goes. So I again have news.
Mm-hmm.
So much news.
Uranus, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, of course. Still keeping all of my numbers under 10. That'd be a 12.
Okay, that's not good.
No, it's not.
So a little water comes in and does 5 damage to you.
All right.
And you have not quite braked the surface. Again, water's really choppy with,
We're
the giant
getting
storm and
there.
all.
Look, people who breathe are usually fine with some water in the lungs. You just have to, like, push it out of them once they're, like, dry or, it's fine.
So, Uranus, would you like to do anything in this moment, as both Felzik and Octavia have done things?
I would like to try and find the surface.
I helped
Maybe
you get
breathe.
there a bit, yeah.
You can give me an athletics check. You will break free of Octavia, and you can try and surface.
Can I
All
help
right.
with the shove? Like, since he's breaking
You
free?
have already cleared a distance.
That's true.
Again,
Oh my gosh.
under 10 on the dice
You need to...
for a 9. This is the
I-
entire evening has
it's
been all
impressive.
single digits.
It's rather impressive.
Oh no, this has been going on about a month now in certain other games.
So just 3 little more bits of water. For 3 damage.
3 more.
Yeah, the water even down here is surprisingly choppy. And now I get to do a thing that I just love with this setting, because there's just so much lore. And the Drownyard has a name for a reason, as many things have drowned here. There's a reason why there's all these geists. It's also reason why there's all these stitchers, because the supply of corpses, as long as you have a diving bell, is real easy. Thing is, not all of the corpses down here are inanimate. And
Good to know.
so the drowned, because that's the technical name, have noticed that there are new individuals down here and would like to make their acquaintance.
Oh, that's right kind of them.
Yes,
Can't say it then.
exceptionally kind. And they would like to introduce themselves. The good news is, Uranus, you're far away from them. Octavia, you're somewhat away from them. Felzik, you are near them. And they are coming to say hello. 3 of them. So, does a 17 hit you, Felzik?
Oh, yes, I believe it would.
Okay, so the 23 will also hit you, but the 8 will miss you.
All right.
Okay. And so, as they lash out and the tormented memories of these corporeal undead latch onto you at the same time that their hands do. So, first we'll do the physical damage, which in this case is 21. And then the mental agony of memories of drowning that you don't have, but now you do because they want to share.
Oh,
good.
nice.
6 psychic damage.
That's normal for me. Okay.
And so now we're in a sort of mini boss like threat. So we'll popcorn this initiative. I have lashed out, and I'm curious about things. So I'm going to hand it over to Octavia.
Yes. Well, if they teleported to me, that means we're less than 100 feet from shore. So I think what Octavia's going to do, I mean, Felsic seems quite capable. So I don't think she needs to really worry about her good friend Felsic. Uranus does have that breathing problem, though, so I think what she's going to do is continue to assist Uranus. Again, she's got a 40 swim speed, so she's gonna get him above the surface and try to head towards the lighthouse.
Give me another one of them their athletics checks.
Another one of them there athletics checks. I'd be more than happy to. That's better. That's a 15.
15, that's fantastic. Uranus, I've got good news.
Oh, finally.
You've surfaced.
Oh, I can breathe.
Like, it's
Sweet,
just,
sweet,
again,
fetid air.
Back of the collar, above the waterline, and then getting dragged to the lighthouse.
So Octavia, that was most definitely an action combined with movement. Is there any
Yes.
bonus action you would like to do?
I think I'm all right. I think for now, I mean, I've got bonus actions, but yeah, I think we'll save those for later, like when we're back in the lighthouse, maybe. So just helping Uranus swim, just helping
Right.
out.
Who would you like to give the initiative to?
Let's give it to my good friend Felsic, because I think Felsic, he looked very thoughtful.
Oh no.
Unless he needs more time. Then I'll just pass it to Uranus.
I have an idea, but I'm scared.
Okay.
Oh, delightful.
If you're scared, I'm even more concerned.
All right. Well, I have this item
Oh
Mm.
no.
that was given to me.
Uh-huh.
It's called the Belt of Desperate Escape. This seems like a pretty desperate situation.
Yeah.
So what happens is when I activate this as you know what? It's a bonus action. So I'm going to do first as an action, is Eldritch Blast one of these guys. Because I don't like them. Yeah. 17 for let's see. Hold on. 8 damage.
Okay.
Then 16 for 13 damage.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What one of them looks slightly more hurt.
Good. And then I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay, so let's read out what this wonderful item does.
While wearing this belt, you may activate it as a bonus action to teleport you to a random location within 500 feet. When you use this belt, you teleport. Yes. Yes.
A random safe location within 500 feet. That is delightful.
There's a lot of safe locations around, I'm sure.
Oh, there are tons. We'll see if you find one.
Okay.
So I have news. You aren't in the water anymore.
Yay!
You are on something that feels somewhat like a boat.
Okay.
It's really misty. It sort of has a bit of a ephemeral glow to it. There is a lot of those similar looking individuals as you're on a ghost ship in the bay. We'll get back to you in a moment.
That doesn't seem right.
Aranis,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, I probably just saw Felsic disappear as I gasped for air.
Mm-hmm.
So after breathing, which I believe is a free action at this point in time, above water.
Yes.
I would like to continue to make my way to the relative safety of dry-ish land.
Okay. I will make you a deal.
Oh no.
I will not make you roll for the tender mercy of both of us to get to land.
Mm-hmm. But
this will take 3 rounds, and you will not be able to aid Felsic in those 3 rounds.
I believe I've erred on the side of keeping options open this entire campaign so far. So I'll go ahead and struggle bust my way through my terrible rolls and continue making my way toward shore. So I might possibly have the option to make Felsic's life more difficult or helpful. I don't know. I could do something.
Then let us struggle together
Yes.
with an athletics check.
Another athletics check. Can we get double digits? Oh, natural 24, 22.
Ooh, look at that.
You make surprising and significant progress. See what air does to the human body.
It's amazing
to a
what
living
happens when
body.
your lungs are
Oxygen.
full.
Yeah. It just allows it to work. Do
would've
so
thunk?
much. And now the only place initiative can go is to be. Heads so. Felsic, you keep meeting so many new people in this town.
Oops.
As all these spectral individuals start floating towards you.
You shouldn't mess with me, fellows. I'm very powerful.
They draw spectral blades and are going to descend upon ye. I need to get some more d20s. Oh, that's some really good news for you. And a little bad news.
Okay.
I rolled 4 d20s. 3 of those missed. The one that did not miss is a crit.
Yeah.
So, joy. I love force damage. It's a beautiful thing.
Yay.
So take 10 force damage as the spectral blade cuts into your undead body like a hot knife through butter.
Ow.
There are 4 of these ghostly mariners around you. What do you do?
Oh, my turn?
Yes, I'm passing it to you.
Okay. Well. All right. I have another trick up my sleeve. All right. I have another gift. Give it to me. It's called Damnation's Gift. And while attuned to this and wearing this garnet ring, once per long rest, I may regain a pact spell in exchange for a hit dice. Let's see. You may regain it. Yeah. Yep. And then if I do this, I tell you. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you are calling upon the power of this unknown ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
You lose one of your hit die temporarily. You expend it. You get the pack spell back. I will put a pin in this delightful item's activation.
Okay.
I'm guessing you're going to teleport again.
I'm going to teleport again. Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm going
the
to.
fourth one.
Yes.
Aim for the lighthouse.
I'm going to go to the lighthouse.
There's this thing called a storm. I'd like you to give me a perception check.
All right.
Big light, go whoosh, and circle.
18.
Good news! You're on land.
Yay!
Near a lighthouse.
Are there undead around me?
Not yet.
Oh, nice.
Success!
Who would you like to give initiative to?
Octavia.
I just swim back towards the fucking lighthouse. I'm done. And just like Arana seems to be doing fine now. So
Yeah.
just-
Like once you give that fellow oxygen, it's
Yeah.
just it's on autopilot.
So I'll just move back, which if my regular movement speed doesn't do it, I'll dash, but I think at this point getting them up, I think we could probably hit it. And if I do hit land, or if I'm within 120 feet, yeah. So I'll just start swimming back, but I also cast Fog Cloud ahead,
Okay.
so that between the shore and the lighthouse is nice and heavily obscured. That way, people who might be, or undead who might be looking for us, might not see us come out of the water and get into the lighthouse.
This region between water and
Mhm.
shore is now heavily obscured.
Yeah.
You have succeeded in that.
Cool.
Aradis, it's your turn.
I'm still in the water.
Yes, and now there's fog.
Yes. I'm going to continue going the direction I was going towards land. I hope I hope I'm still going in that direction at this point, and I really have no idea where I'm going after that because
Yeah.
Fog.
Give me a survival check because the thing with
Oh.
fog and being in the water, it's
oh
disorienting.
damn.
I thought you'd be good at survival.
4. I am good at survival. +6, but I'm rolling single digits here tonight. So 4.
10 is not what I was looking for.
All right. No, I understand that.
Look, it'll be there for an hour. I can find you and bring you back in if I need to. Fine. The trick
We'll
is
see
no one
if
else
you
will
can
see.
find him.
I have echolocation. It'll be fine.
Okay. So it is now to me. Felzik, you're on land. Octavia, you're about to make landfall. You're about to scrabble on with your sweet echolocation so you can kind of orient yourself.
Blind sight, it's great.
Yeah, it's a miraculous ability that very few possess. And Uranus is swimming out into the bay.
I'm going the opposite direction now.
No, more. Like you were headed towards a point, and then you went like this way.
If you get out of it, you'll know that you're going the wrong direction.
Once he's out, yeah.
Would have liked to have thought I could swim straight.
Yeah, it's only
again with all the water pushing and pulling.
It's 40 feet in diameter. That helps.
Is it like a Florida rip current?
Yeah.
Uranus is having a time. And so in this element of misbegotten misfortune, and the currents churning, I have 2 individuals that are under supernatural influence tied to some sort of aquatic deity.
Yeah.
And one of them's in the water.
Yeah, a little bit. At this moment.
Just Octavia, you're having this odd inkling. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a 1. For the plus. Let's see what I get. Let's see what we get. We're gonna use Dice Nuggetsaurus gave me that I didn't drop on the floor. That's pretty okay, maybe 17, because I rolled a 14.
17 is good enough that you hold on to your personality in this moment.
Oh no.
And you just feel this sort of siren song that's like calling you back into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And you think possibly in the direction of Uranus, but you're not. You shake it off. It's no concern.
Well, it's probably just part of that song that's just stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to worry about. I wouldn't worry.
No concern at all.
The shore's over here. I've never seen fog in the rain before.
It's so the people, things, whatever monstrosities you've aggravated can't see you going where you're going.
I love that you mentioned monstrosities.
Octavia's like, undead created things, whatever, so they can't see us. She's like, they've aggravated something, I know it. Like, why else would they be in the bay when they were going to the castle?
So, Uranus, I want you to give me 2 checks. I want another survival.
Another survival?
Yeah, and then athletics.
All right. Survival. Yep. 13, staying under the 10, the single digit. That's 7 plus 6 for 13.
Better than 1 before.
13's okay. And then the athletics check.
And athletics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 5 plus 2 for a 7. I'm drowning again.
You realize you were headed in the wrong direction, and you try and course correct. You feel the water dragging you under again, and but you're not drowning yet. Tavia, you don't see this. Filzik, you see that spectral ship in the bay that you were on.
Yeah.
And you see a number of shadows, like tentacles, wrap around this ghostly vessel. And something that is mostly ephemeral shouldn't really crack like that, but it does. You see it crack and bow and break and being pulled down into the bay.
You two should get out of the water!
I'm trying.
Okay, let's see. Do I have a
Tree
rope?
swimming lessons.
I get my rope and let's see, attach something that floats.
Don't you have a familiar?
Yes! Creighton! Where are you, Creighton?
Yes, master.
There you are! Take this rope out there to that tree fellow and hand it to him.
Yes, master.
I'll hold on to this end here.
This is gonna go so well.
So, Tavia, you are climbing the rock face of the bay.
I just walk out. I mean, I do have a climb speed, but I also have spider climb, so I can just boop, 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 boop.
Okay,
right
so
out.
you are gallivanting up the
I
side
just
of this.
stride. It looks really badass. Like
You are having an annoying day.
yes, but I look fabulous while doing so.
Yes.
That's what's important.
Aronis,
Yes.
as hope is slowly dying in this moment,
Yes.
there is this void in the fog, and an end of a rope just appears towards you. Do you take it?
Yes. Any port of the storm, I will grab this rope.
You grab the rope with the vigor of a drowning man.
Yes.
So we hear a ploosh. As Cretan is now in the water.
He all right. I'm pretty sure he can swim.
Can't swim.
So say the camera pans over and he's like,
He just holds on to Uranus. They're both holding on to the
Artist
rope.
is just literally climbing up the invisible, Cretan, just trying to stay above water. Yep.
seeing the adventures down under. It's like the lizard crawling on top of what's his name, the evil villain guy.
So I will cease this fuckery as Uranus, you have got hold of the rope, feels like you have the other end. Octavia will be there in time to help with this heavy lifting procedure as Uranus, you are dragged to safety. Cretan does not make it. Not like you can't resummon him, but
You're supposed to come back alive.
one of the drowned is currently snacking on an invisible snack. It is quite
You two
spicy.
just please get inside the lighthouse.
I've been trying.
Of course.
The castle wasn't as exciting. Well, no, it was probably more exciting than we wished it would be.
Which is why there's a fog cloud. Let's go. And I'll put a hand on each of their shoulders and just guide them into the door. 'Cause
And so, Wolfric,
Yes.
You have been in this lighthouse contemplating what was exchanged between you and Octavia's father. When the door opens again and you see a fabulous but damp Octavia, and then the two drowned
Waterlogged.
rats that are Uranus and Felzik come in.
She just like brings them and like pushes them in first, like so that they're just inside.
Oh,
Is it
you have a
raining
towel.
outside? No, I don't have a towel, but is it raining?
Yes, and
Yeah.
the bay is quite wet.
Hmm.
Felsic's aim is poor.
Did you
Aim
see
is
the
poor.
creature out there? The dark tendrils consumed the ghost ship. It was amazing.
I was stuck in a fog cloud that came out of anywhere, and
I
I
was
was
trying
swimming
to-
back out this.
Yes, make sure the one who needs to breathe didn't drown.
You decided to go swimming in the bay.
Well, no.
No. We went for a visit to the castle.
It was a bit of a miscalculation, that's
It
all.
went poorly.
So you decided to go swimming.
Felsic decided to evacuate us with gusto to the bay.
We made it out of the castle, didn't we?
I was hoping more for land, but it was out of the castle.
We're
Next
all
time.
on land now.
Perhaps
And-
you should provide me an idea of where to go then.
I'm a bit tired from our trip than I thought. It was a little more difficult to swim. And I had no more forms, thanks to our friend Felsic.
Yes, thanks to me. Everything is thanks to me, yes.
Octavia just shakes her head and sits down in front of like what I assume is like there's like a fireplace to just
There's a fireplace, yes.
dry
Is that-
out.
Is there a place to sit that it won't cause a mess?
Octavia's father, the gentle older gentleman, brings up a few sturdy but older and less fancy chairs for Hugh and Felzik to set in next to the fireplace and dry out.
Thank you. Apologies for this introduction. I'm Marana Subadrana. Appreciate your hospitality.
I'm Felsic. Yeah.
Yes, the Diabolist.
What?
Do you not recall meeting my he's the one who just said that the castle had a lot of information. Did you not
Oh,
get
yeah.
any of that information?
Would
Was
like
it
to know
that
this as
traumatic?
I would like to know this as well.
Oh, well, there was this well, we met the
Proprietor.
yes.
Resident.
He did do something quite interesting. When we were up there, he resurrected several of those Stitch.
I'm not sure that was resurrections. More so, he animated a gaggle of things.
Quite amazing, I would say.
Corpses. You can say corpses, it's fine.
There was one that was a lot larger than you would say for normal corpse size. About the size of
Well,
3 or
that's
4
Stitch of
people.
creativity for you, isn't it?
He did it all at once.
Yeah.
All of them.
Lightning, you wouldn't believe it. Lightning struck him, and then just like the ox ran down his contraption into the bodies. It was quite the show. Yes.
Then we had a misunderstanding, and he said, grab them, and we said no.
I prefer not to be grabbed.
Right.
So I take it all chances of us talking with him again are now gone.
At least for
Oh,
those
no, I'm
two.
sure he'd be happy to entreat with you at the castle. You may never leave, though.
He seemed quite interested.
Hmm.
I really liked Felsic.
Yeah.
Probably be wise we don't go back to the castle then.
It's a good thing we're leaving early in the morning, isn't it?
It is a shame. I would like to see more of it.
It's not going anywhere. You can return someday.
Well, yeah. I suppose there's always plenty of time.
Speaking of time, Ignori, you've been doing some reading.
For like 5 minutes, and then she got bored.
Okay. In that case, are you exploring?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, there's a well-appointed kitchen. Surprisingly, plenty of food. Very fresh fruits. Lagers stocked with assorted meats. There's some fresh cheeses. It's odd for a place that, aside from yourself and your host, seems completely devoid of people. Walking around further, study all those books, fireplace. You also see where the stowage for your carriage and horses. Horses seem oddly placid, militaristic, just standing there, waiting. Then there's the staircase. Do you go up?
Yeah, she would go up.
So you climb. And it opens into a sitting room. There is a large portrait of a woman. Brown hair, curls, beautiful, young. It's there. There's another painting as well. Further in, there is. It looks like it was once covered, but has been covered. As the cloth is pulled to the side, and the use of a tall woman, bright red hair, pale skin. Also a beauty, but one that seems far more predatory. Number of nice chairs, but no sign of your host. There are 2 doors. There's one that's far away from the stairwell and one that's close to it. Do you go further in?
On these paintings, sometimes there'll be like a little placard on the frame or anything. Is there anything like that here? Perhaps a name or something? Descriptor?
No.
No. Okay.
And that
Okay.
also is in its own way some interesting information.
Okay. So then I would like to listen at the door closer to me. I'm not going to touch it. I just want to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Ticking of a clock.
Okay. I'll try the door.
You open it. Opens into a bedroom. Large four-posted bed. Curtains around the bed closed. Large dresser with something you don't see often, especially being in the homes and cares of vampires. Silver is sort of anathema to them. For the glimpse of silver and the blessings of Avison shows a vampire how they should look given their age. And so you will not see many vampires with mirrors about. But this vanity is very nice, and the mirror is extensive in size.
So when I come in to the door, directly in front of me is the bed,
Mm-hmm. It takes
And
up the center of the
then-
room.
and then the mirrors on the left.
Think of it this way: you walk in, bed is central, off against the wall, but is very central to the room. The dresser, vanity, there's a chair, is if you go straight forward and on your right.
On the right. Okay. Do I hear where that ticking was coming from?
There is a small fireplace that you, as you step into the room, you can see is along the wall of the door. And on the mantle is a small mantle clock.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the vanity. Is there anything special about this mirror? Because I know the person who brought me here is a vampire.
Mhm.
So it's very strange that he has a mirror.
Yes, it is. So give me an investigation check.
Okay. Mantle clock. I'm not good at this. 17.
17. Again, it's exceptionally well made. There's a number of drawers tied to it. But the mirror itself is, again, the clarity is startling.
Okay.
And then you look closely and you see your own reflection. And your reflection smiles at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Fucking balls. 24.
You move far enough away and just in time as your own reflection reaches for you. But you pop away in time.
Just yeah, we're not dealing with that. Can I
Just exiting the room, or
well no, I'm stepping away from the mirror and I wanna so the curtains that are around this bed, are they opaque? Are they slightly transparent?
they're opaque.
They're opaque. Okay. Can I hear anything on the other side of the bed of the curtains?
No.
God damn it. I'm gonna very just a tiny little peek. I can't help myself. Oh no.
So
Is it happy?
peek. The bed appears empty, except for a dress. An absolutely beautiful, radiant gown, fine silks, lays on the bed, which is made.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the room now. I'm not fucking with this dress. I've had bad experience with dresses before, so not bad, but
I may have given you a cursed dress as a joke. It's real
yeah.
bad.
I get plenty of clothes from Octavia. I don't need this dress.
As you leave the room, you notice that your reflection stares at you hungrily as you leave.
I just, as I'm leaving, and I close the door. Just flicking off my own reflection.
It's my girlfriend.
Not doing that.
There's another
then-
door up here.
Yeah, there's another door here. Further in. I'm gonna go listen at that door.
You begin to hear notes again. That same haunting tune
The
that you
music
heard in your
box.
dream. Yeah.
I immediately open the door.
And everything in that moment goes black.
God damn it.
Day breaks on the Drownyard. Uranus Felzik, you have dried out. And for everyone but Deknari, a long rest has been had.
Ah.
Well, let's see. All right. I think Felsic is going to see what it looks like outside then.
It is a foggy, overcast day. The rays of the sun cresting barely penetrate the fog. There is a glow over everything.
Oh,
Octavia,
Yes.
your father had a number of spare rooms for each of you.
Oh.
The lighthouse has plenty of room, more so to remind him of how alone he is.
Oh. Mm.
But you wake up and you're not alone in bed.
Is it Batrick?
No, Deknari
Oh.
is by your side,
Oh.
asleep.
I think I roll over and Batrick goes eep because he's startled. Just very gently put my hand on her to make sure I'm not seeing things.
No?
I go in for the snuggle. Patrick has to.
Deknari, you wake up.
Well,
Good morning.
hello. Hi, dearest. Do you happen to know how I got here?
No idea. Do you happen to know how you left?
Not a clue, but I know what happened in between. So
That's wonderful. I woke up yesterday morning. You were gone. It was very sad. I panicked a little bit, but assumed since I wasn't awoken that you were okay-ish because you put up a fight. You're a wonderful fighter, darling.
Thank you.
And I wake up this morning and you've returned to my arms once more.
While
Regretfully.
I missed you as well. I've dealt with some, for someone who spends a lot of time with vampires, I really don't like a lot of them.
I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
Like, so
I think there's one
Let
you
me-
might like. I'll introduce you to them over breakfast.
oh yes, we are in the Drownyard, aren't we? That is where he
Yes.
said you'd be.
Yes. Who? Who's he?
That's what I was going to tell you. So, I went to bed last night. No, I guess it's not last night because you said several days, a day, whatever.
One day we did 2 days, 2 nights actually. Yeah, night before last.
Last
morning
night
before
for
last.
me.
Yes, right. You missed
I-
running from a horde of undead. It wasn't a lot. We slept in a crypt. It was, Felzik and Uranus are terrible swimmers, but carry on.
Sounds like there's a story there, but I'll wait to hear it later. So you remember when we were in that temple and I had that
Moment.
vision?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I had a dream. Just it wasn't the problem with these visions is they're not descriptive. There's nothing. I have a lot of stuff in my head and I don't like it. So I saw shadows.
Would you like to get like a
flames.
painter's canvas? Would art be a good outlet for you?
That's not a bad. Actually, I think she's proficient.
Are you proficient in paint?
She is.
Oh my god.
She is. I am proficient in paints.
It's like we've
You
been
know
dating
what?
for 10 years.
Yeah. You know, that's not a bad idea. I feel like I could probably paint it better than I could say what the dream was. But anyway, I woke up. I came to consciousness in
Right.
a carriage.
I'm sorry?
I don't know how I got there. Not
Did
a clue.
someone else abduct you?
That's what seems to be happening to me pretty frequently.
And I
They've
mean,
also
you're
called
really
me-
hot. I can't say I blame them, but I'd rather they stopped.
So do I. He's also called me a bird, which rude. I'm
You're
not
not
a bird.
a
I'm not a bird. But so I wake up and I see this super pale, very, long white hair. He was
Short
wearing,
cropped,
like,
actually.
I lied. Short cropped hair.
Short
like
cropped white hair.
Yeah, short.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know if that rings any bell. He was
Does
wearing
it-
plate armor.
Okay, just give a full description. I'll see if it rings any bells.
Yes. So short cropped white hair, wearing full plate armor. He had yellow eyes. Definitely fangs. Definitely a vampire. He let me call him Meyer. I asked his name several times, and he was like, "You don't need to know."
But of course he did.
Yeah, because
Maya.
vampires.
All right. Does
I
that
don't
ring
know.
any bells?
Roll
He
me a
said he
history
was-
check.
He said he was a distant relation of yours. Distant. My assumption was vampire, but I don't know.
Did he get fangs?
I don't know.
I mean, well, it is vampire. I mean, history. I've a noble background, so I'm at least proficient. What is that proficiency though? +5. Oh, that's good. That brings that 12 to a 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
The Myers are a lesser noble house of vampires.
Okay.
They are from two vampiric lineages that split off together. The Markovs and the Falkenraths.
Oh.
They have a reputation of having the greatest hunger amongst vampires.
Okay.
They're the thirstiest.
Okay. That's
They also tend to have a dark reputation amongst other vampiric houses.
ooh.
They're not above being cannibalistic.
Ooh. Okay.
Even potent individuals such as Olivia Voldaren, or even the elders in your own family, do their very best to stay away from them.
I'll just tell that to Deck.
Oh,
What does that thirsty man want with you?
I don't know, but I don't think I want a cannibal vampire having anything to do with me.
Well, and what did he mean, distant
Ugh.
relative? That's like the Myers are from the Falkenraths and the Markovs.
I have no idea. I don't. Like I said, he did not give me a lot of information. Although I did ask him. So okay, backtrack.
Yes.
So woke up, he
Getting
was there.
outraged.
I asked who he was. He was like, yada yada, whatever. He asked if I intended to face what was coming or if I was going to run away, but he didn't tell me what was coming. So I was like, I don't know what's coming. So I don't know what I'm going to do in the time. And then I asked him about the castle that I saw in that weird book flash thing. And he said it sounded like something in Gaia's Reach in Stencia. Possibly something of Olivia Valdarin's, which I don't want anything to do with her.
No.
But I feel like that castle's really important. I don't know.
We're gonna get you some
Anyway.
canvas and some paints, and you can just draw all the visions.
Everything.
Stuff. Yes.
Yes. So, and I don't remember why I asked him, or even really what I asked him, but he was talking about how there are those who play at being in power and then those who are actually in power, and he wants to take their freedom from them, and he wants to leave this place, which makes sense because we were in Nephalia and then we were somewhere else, so we left. I don't know. Very confusing. And then he kept telling me that he kept saying that I'm not where I need to be yet. He was very cryptic, did not give me very many details or anything. Then the carriage appeared in a hunting lodge. Very nice, by the way. Wouldn't be a bad winter place to stay.
I see.
Fully stocked of
Shame
wine.
it belongs
and
to the Myers.
apparently. But there was this big library, and I read for 5 minutes, and then I got bored because I don't really like reading.
Don't really like.
But anyway,
yeah.
I really don't. So I went upstairs and I did a little bit of snooping.
Good.
Didn't really find out much. My reflection attacked me. It was very
They
weird.
had mirrors.
They had mirrors. It was
That's
a
odd.
nice mirror too. Very nice. Very, very well kept.
Maybe that's
Pristine
the
condition.
human room where they put, or the non-vampire room where oh, you're a guest, you can stay here before we eat
Possibly.
you.
Which would make sense, but why would you put a mirror in the human room when your reflection attacks you? That doesn't seem.
Well, maybe so that way that they can, I don't know, tenderize the meat before. I don't know.
Maybe they're well, they are very strange. So
They
maybe they like to
are.
play with their food.
mean,
I don't know.
Lots of
I don't
people
know.
do.
That's very true. But so, and there were also there were also these portraits. One of a brown haired curly haired woman, and then a tall red haired woman, both gorgeous. No plackets with names, which I thought was
Alright.
strange.
That
because,
is normally, they want everyone to know who they are. Yes.
Exactly. So, and then one thing I haven't mentioned is that not in the vision, but in the dream that I had, there's been this music box tune.
Like a tune that just keeps going.
Yeah. It's
Do you hear it now?
Do I hear it now?
No.
No, only in my dreams. Although when I
Because I started hearing
a
a tune in my dream. Elsa and I both had weird dreams about the ocean. But I had a tune in my dream, and it's not. I've not been able to get it. It's stuck in my head.
Have you tried singing something else?
Yes, I've tried. It's not worked.
Strange. I don't know. I tried.
I tried counting bats before I went to sleep last night. It didn't do anything.
It didn't work. That normally works for you. I'm very
Normally
very
does.
surprised. But no, and I don't understand magic things, so I'm I don't know. And that was another thing, is he said for someone who's in the center of, which I don't like being in the center of anything, so no thank you. He said I needed to start learning about magic. So I don't know if that means I need to learn how to do magic or how magic works. He was very confusing.
If you wanted to see how not to do magic, you just watch Felsic teleport, apparently.
Oh, he teleports.
He they got into the Geralf's castle up there. Saw him animate a good many corpses at once.
As necromancers do.
Yes. Well, interesting for Stitches. New method, I think.
Oh,
Yes, whatever. They want them apparently very interested in Failsick, and they tried to apprehend them, and so he teleported into the bay with Aranis.
with all the ghasts?
With all the
and
geists. And Aranis can't breathe. I'm sorry. He can't breathe underwater, but he also, needs to breathe.
Like
And
me,
so-
okay, yes.
Yes, like you. You both need to breathe. It was not ideal for Aranis. I think
No,
Failsick,
I imagine not.
it lit him up with daylight, which made the geists very angry, so they snuffed it out. I met them out there, managed to get Aranis some air, and then he was fine swimming after that. Then Failsick apparently teleported onto a ghost ship, and then teleported back to the lighthouse. It took him 4 tries to get from the castle to the lighthouse. There's a lot of
That just seems wildly
inefficient.
inefficient.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Aranis can apparently turn into animals. Failsick, not a great runner, not a long distance runner. And so Wulfric carried him for a bit. And then Aranis turned into a horse and carried him for a bit while we were running from the undead horde.
Into a
Yes.
horse. Okay.
Yes, twice. And then he was tired and he couldn't do it any longer. But then we were here. They met my friend Lind. I've told you about her. She, Felzik stole something from her. Don't know what it is.
Why?
Exactly. Because he's an idiot. An entertaining idiot, but an idiot. But apparently, whatever it is that he stole, when things start to go bad, don't hit it. So you know. There's a weird thing going on with Felsick and an item. Don't hit the item.
Do we know what the item is?
He almost accidentally talked about it earlier, so I'm sure if you we could suss it out of him probably.
He'll accidentally say
accidentally
something later.
say something.
Probably. Right. Okay.
Because
Well-
he was denied having an item and then admitted to having an item and then denied it again, so having stolen something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it definitely sounds like you had an adventure.
Oh, it was an adventure. And Wulfric's back.
Oh,
Yes.
what did he just?
I don't know. I don't really care about the werewolf.
Was it like me, where
it's-
he?
we turned around and he was just there. So it was a little interesting.
Again,
But then
I
the
don't
town
know
that we were
magic.
staying
It's weird.
in, all the holy symbols. Oh, I need to tell you that. All the holy symbols had been desecrated, everyone in town, and the whole undead horde. Vampire
Avacyn's?
zombies, maybe. Interesting.
Avacyn symbol?
Yes. Turns out, the demon that Felsick summoned's name isn't Bob. My father
Well,
recognized it.
I thought we knew that his name wasn't Bob.
Well, it's really close. Are you ready? Apparently it's short for Obnixilis.
Obnixilis.
Really bad demon, apparently.
Oh, well, we got lucky then, I guess.
I think so. At least for now.
For now. Well, hopefully, since we fell sick, but we released him, hopefully he won't come back to
That's
haunt
what I would like
us.
to think. If we were like, hey Bob, how's your vacation been going? Maybe he'll be cordial. But I think we
Hopefully.
should go downstairs for breakfast. Are you hungry?
Breakfast and meet your father.
Yes, I mean, it has been 10 years.
Yes, it has, I guess. Has it really been that long?
Been 10 years, yes.
Hmm.
And as you fret about and get ready to go and see your dear father, our camera turns to notice that bedroom window still hangs open. And we head downstairs. I believe Felsick has taken in the sea air and looked at what the day has wrought. Meanwhile, your host is quickly going about cooking up a lot of food for he realizes that there is at least 2 living individuals here, and one of them is a werewolf.
Very hungry.
And so much food is being made.
Uranus offers to help.
It's not often I get to cook for guests. Take a load off. You've already had a rough night.
Oh, it's been that way for some few days now. Well, if you need any help, I'd be more than happy to.
I appreciate it.
In my place, somebody cooks a meal, the others assist with at least something.
I definitely respect that in the culture, but trust me on this. It has been a good amount of time since I've had anyone here. And I appreciate it, but at the same time, this is something special.
Very well. Should you require stories of my homeland, perhaps I shall talk.
Thank you. And so the ladies both come down.
We're holding hands.
Of course.
Good morning,
Morning, that's strange.
father. This is Deknari. Not Deknari, this is my father.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
How
Sorry
did
for
you-
just randomly popping in. I don't exactly know how I got here, so fun. That
Did
seems to
you-
happen a lot to me.
Did you teleport with Felsic, maybe?
No. Some weird vampire apparently took
One
me
of
to a
the
safe house.
Myers.
Yeah,
Did you
took me
read
to a
it?
safe house, kept me there, and then I heard music and I woke up here. So very strange night. And apparently it's been like 2-3 days. And not that long for me.
Much has happened in that time.
Clearly.
Lots of
Apparently.
cardio.
She looks at
Lots
Uranus
of
and
cardio.
Felsic. Apparently you went for a swim.
It was an inadvertent trip.
Maybe don't go swimming in the Drownyard next time.
Felsic is working on his aim.
They made the
Aren't men
proprietor-
always?
Look,
Oh, oh.
I just had to think quickly, all right? And we ended up in the bay. It was an accident. It could happen to any one of us.
Clearly, quick thinking is not your strong suit.
No, it is not.
Tasty admits it.
Glad to see you back safely, Deknari.
Safe, yes, if not more confused than I was before. But safe. Thank you. Glad to be back.
It is good you are no longer a cat.
I was never a cat.
Never a cat.
Wasn't there a cat swap in the body? I had something there in my notes.
Octavia.
I was possessed.
Octavia was
Octavia
possessed.
Okay, my
Very
apologies, I had the notes
briefly.
backwards.
Yeah.
I was-
I didn't turn
last
into a
time-
cat. I just was possessed.
Last
by
time you
one.
saw me, I was in a bird cage.
Yes.
In the
so-
cage. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glad you're no
I'll
longer in
change
a
that on my
cage.
notes.
Yeah.
Glad you're no longer in a cage.
Oh, yes, that is when I last saw you, isn't it? I'm also glad I'm not in a cage anymore. It threw me up because I stabbed it. So,
Good.
yeah. Nugget, can you not?
Aunt Galeva has many interesting contraptions, predations, machinations in her house.
You know, she's a ghost now, right? Vampire ghost? Did we? Oh, we
Problematic.
told him
Yes.
not. Okay.
He agrees we need to tell the family.
Yeah.
Yes. As he begins to set the table, there is a platter of fried and scrambled eggs, sausages, steaks,
Blood sausages.
bacon.
Mhm.
There is a raspberry cider served along with water for everyone. And some fresh bread.
So it's wonderful, Father. You always make the best breakfasts.
Smells delicious.
Thank you. I've had a long time to learn to cook for myself.
Meat is a tad overcooked for my liking, but it is delicious.
I imagine there's some really, really, really rare steaks because
There's 2 rare steaks.
Yes. Okay.
like it just wafted it over the flames a bit, and yeah,
Let it look at the oven and terror.
Fire kissed.
fire kissed. Just
Just sit it on like a warming plate next to the oven to just be kind of warm.
yeah, there you go.
I like it. Cool.
So, Mr. Stormkirk, is that she like looks at Octavia? Is that what Mr. Stormkirk? Yeah.
Yes,
Do you?
that's what they call me.
I could call you something else if you'd like. It's up to you. I'll go with Mr. Stormkirk. Okay. Do you know anything of the Myers? Specifically a, pale, short cropped white hair, full plate, yellow eyes. Anything like that?
Oh yes, he claimed distant relations to me.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound like a Meyer.
Well, I mean, I figured that wasn't his real name.
Myers have red eyes.
Do we know of any vampires that have yellow eyes?
I do not.
I think that's more concerning than the cannibal vampires.
Oh dear, so it wasn't a Maya, right?
Cannibal vampires.
Yeah, the Myers apparently, at least according to
Oh,
Octavia,
yes, we try to
are-
avoid them.
yes, they're not pleasant company.
The banes of vampirism strike each of the families in different ways. The Myers are exceptionally gluttonous, and in their hunger, they will turn on their own kind.
See.
Yeah, he didn't strike me as the thirsty type.
Interesting.
Surprising for a vampire.
We don't have anyone like that in the Stormkirk family. Maybe they're just lying about being distantly related.
White hair usually denotes Markov.
Like Edgar, would Deknari know that name? Everybody knows that name, right?
Everybody knows.
Okay,
knows
okay.
about
Just I
Edgar.
didn't want to meta anything. Okay, I'm sorry. Like Edgar Markov.
That is the only family that I know of that white hair is a dominant trait.
How am I not dead right now?
That's a very good question.
And this may be because I'm still kind of piecing stuff together. Why did he show interest in Degnari?
We have no idea.
Okay, we're still figuring that out. Cool. I didn't know if that was answered.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we don't know yet.
We don't know.
Listen, I am going to eat my food and forget this happened for the moment because I'm hungry. Can we talk about something else, please? Literally anything else.
Yes, we should.
Lightning hit him, and the ray the ox just arced right down to the corpses, and they all rose up at the same time. It was amazing.
And this was the madman in the castle that I
Yeah.
figured
Not
out?
go back over that again.
Look, it was like this, and he'll just mimic and say that pretty much that same line, except use utensils.
All right, let's adjust that. Let's talk about something else that doesn't include Daknari's evening or our evening.
How about we
Okay.
discuss where we're going?
Ah, yes.
That's what I was
wonderful.
going to suggest.
Yes.
What are we doing next?
Well, I was thinking after breakfast we pick you up some paints and canvas so you can
Please,
paint when we
yes.
have a moment
Maybe
of
like
time.
travel
Oh,
size.
I'm sure we can get you a travel. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They have travels painters kits. That's how people get those
Mhm.
beautiful landscape portraits. Anyways,
Right.
we're going to my family. Well, it's my family's house, but like, the main estate to tell people about the vampire ghost. That's really
right.
bad.
That wanted to possess me.
Just wanted
Yes.
to
Oh, what about the hordes of
we
weird
could
undead?
spread the news of that along the way. Yes.
I mean, it's just undead, right? There's
Well,
no.
some of them looked rather vampiric.
Oh yeah, she wasn't here for
So
that.
we have a vampire
Zombie,
ghost
and vampire zombies.
and
yes.
vampire zombie. That's
So it
not
would seem.
normal.
No, it's
Mm.
not.
That's not supposed to happen.
It's not.
Strange times we live in.
Apparently.
I mean, haven't we always?
Also true.
To be fair, that's not the strangest thing that's happened to us all in the last couple of years. So. I'm just going to eat my food right now. Technari is like, this is too much this early in the morning.
What's everyone's passive perception?
19.
17.
15.
16.
12.
No
No,
wonder
I'm sorry.
Technari is always
It's-
getting kidnapped.
It's 13, not 12, 13.
Surprisingly enough, none of you noticed that a good number of pieces of bacon go missing.
Interesting.
Wait a second. Creighton, are you here?
You haven't resummoned him.
Oh,
Hmm.
Bob?
I-
I'm kidding.
Well, then I need to go to the bathroom.
Does anyone
Oh
else need to go
my.
first? He's going to be in there for like an hour.
Your characters and bathrooms, like
Every time.
every time, every campaign,
At least he's going to the bathroom by himself in this one.
and not
this
with a
game.
partner. Yeah.
But he's going
Yes.
to he's going to exit with someone though. That's even
Yes.
a little
Yeah, I was
strange.
gonna say one goes in, two come out.
Oh, jeez.
So Octavia,
Yes.
how much farther do we have to your ancestral lands or manor or wherever it is you are taking us?
Good question. How much farther? We have been traveling for a couple of days.
You have about 4 with a good carriage, 6 with not. Days to get to your family's lands.
Yeah, 4 to 6 days, depending on what method of transit we take.
What are our options?
Well, we could try to find a coach here.
You try and find coach. You could try and find a barge.
Oh, yes,
Which-
coach or barge. Sea
Good
travel. Sea travel. No.
I'm a little averse to the sea at this moment. It's been
River travel. River.
A river.
no river.
Yes, fresh water. Less undead.
I would prefer the barge. I'd rather not deal with carriages right now.
Relax.
Well, we could run like we have been, but Felsig's not much of a runner, so
Oh,
it's
Right, and I'm
just-
more averse to wasting my shape changes on him now.
so barge then.
I'm just like saying this from down the hall.
A barge sounds wonderful. As well, I mean, it's a barge.
river barge. We'll find a river barge then.
Yeah, I like the barge idea.
Jeez. Great, Felsic.
All right,
Thanks for your input.
a barge then. We'll take a barge.
Wolfric, are you amenable to that?
I do not worry about the method of transport.
I didn't think you would.
All right.
I do worry about Felsik's ability to really chew his food.
That's
Why is
fair.
that a
He was kind
concern
of.
of yours?
I mean, he
The
was kind of
bathroom.
inhaling it.
He doesn't need to breathe, and it's just going to go right through anyway.
Why is he in the bathroom for so long?
I think he likes to summon his demons when he can smell the scent of shit.
I think he
Atmosphere, I
uses that as like a
suppose.
medium.
Oh, possibly.
Oh.
Strange man.
This isn't breakfast talk. Can I'm still eating.
You're right.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, my love.
The movements
And
of one's
I'll
bodies are
put more
talked for
food on
any
her
time.
plate. Like, just to keep making sure she.
Apologies, Technari.
it's
the
fine.
thought crossed, and I should have
That's
filtered
very fair.
it.
You need some more eggs.
Yeah, thank you. So, are we leaving before nighttime then? Are we staying for
like
another
to
day?
I think we leave
We should
sooner rather
leave.
than later.
I think we should
Sooner.
leave the city very soon. At least Felsik and I should probably exit.
Oh, right, you did.
Perhaps we should charter a barge
Right.
and then who can come?
I was
Well-
thinking that was probably the wisest
Right.
solution to this
Well-
quandary we have before us. And plus, your father has been such a wonderful host.
Thank you, Father.
Speaking of that, yeah, Wolfric wants to look to Octavia's father and ask him, "Do you intend to stay?"
Octavia looks a little
He's-
sad.
Oh,
That is my lot. I am bound to this place at least for another 2 decades.
Hmm. Will these things approaching bother you?
If they are undead, they best avoid this place. We're already full up, and you cannot throw a stone without hitting a necromancer in this town.
That's
Good
fair.
to hear.
Just as much as I'm not a fan of church, on your travels, you might want to pick up some trinket of theirs. Possibly
suppose if there's one on the
your
way.
summoned friend.
Are you talking about the symbol of Absinthe?
Bob. Yes.
To ward off Bob? Okay.
Something to at least give you a moment before they do anything.
Question. Being what she is, would Deknardi already have a symbol of the Church of Absinthe?
You tell me, are you devout? Or
don't-
did your chosen exile, as it were, keep you out of the grasp of the church?
I don't think she's necessarily devout, but I would imagine she would keep something on her because it's Innistrad.
Now, my question with that is, do you keep one of Avacyn or one of the other sisters?
Can I roll for it?
Sure.
Okay. I'll do, if it's even, it'll be Avacyn. If it's odd, it'll be one of the other sisters. Let's do a d6. Roll. That is odd, so one of the other sisters.
Most likely one is Sigarda then.
Sigarda. Okay.
So you have a heron of her order.
Cool beans.
Well, you should probably carry with each of you something. Considering
All right.
next time you run into your summoned friend, he may be in a different mood.
This is true. Look at the bathroom. Narrow my eyes. Look back at my food.
Yes. Are you intending on keeping the Diabolist around you, especially when you're visiting your family?
Oh. They would just eat him up, wouldn't they? Thinking
Your
it might.
grandmother would have plans for him.
I mean, doesn't she have plans for everyone, though?
Everyone has plans.
Yes, but I think hers would involve having a new rug.
Those would not be good plans.
Probably leave them somewhere else for the family meeting. This place is nearby.
Especially if he has sticky fingers.
Apparently he does.
It hasn't gone well for me so far, but I would volunteer to stay with my friend Felsic. I mean, if we have to leave him, I would hate to leave him alone. I don't think he does well.
Oh, that is dangerous.
alone.
Wulfric. Could be Wulfric's turn to watch Felsic.
Well,
I'm not familiar. I don't think I would be
You-
as
you-
welcome.
could take yourself, Felsic, Ulfric. There's a abandoned manor house on the edge of town that may have answers to Bruno's whereabouts, have arcane knowledge for the Diabolist's interest, and be a delightful urban distraction for you, Uranus.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if
the last abandoned manor we went into went so well.
it's true.
This
I'm
one
game.
I don't think is haunted by a vampiric ghost. At least I sincerely hope.
I sincerely hope not as well.
Other than that, there we have it. We have a place to stay for a little while
There
you
you
meet.
are.
I'm going to
Felsic
the
has-
manor now.
We need a barge first, Wolfric.
I'll procure us a barge. With Deck.
Here,
Once
have
Deck's
another
finished
steak.
eating.
How
Yes,
far
the-
is-
Oh, I'm good to go now. Let's go get a barge. We'll pick up the
You
supplies.
sure?
Come back.
You should take a breakfast muffin to go.
Oh, of course. I love the muffins.
Very good.
These are very good, by the way, Mr. Stormcoat.
If we do not get a barge now, I will swim.
Then we'll pass you on the barge because you're not going to be swimming as quickly as the barge is
You
moving.
really need to calm down. Just relax.
We'll go by the end of the day. Just
They have
give
set
us a moment
times
to
anyways.
Arrange. Yeah.
Oh,
let us
Felsic.
arrange everything.
You made a very obnoxious
idea.
noise yesterday.
What?
Did you make a very loud and obnoxious noise yesterday?
I wouldn't doubt it.
What did you have that made said obnoxious, horrible noise?
Oh, no, you see, it doesn't make a noise. It's actually silent.
He
Well,
blew a
I
horn.
certainly heard something.
It was
Yeah,
a
you
horn or
heard
something.
And you hear that terrible noise now closer.
Yes, it's my silent alarm.
I see.
Let's
Like
not
an
do
air
that
horn
again.
and a vuvuzela had a child.
I love it. Octavia hates it. I was wondering, should the barge be closer to leaving than we'd like, if I could borrow it and you could just, so in case we don't have time to come back and get you.
Oh, of course. Here. I'll just slide it under the door.
Thank you.
I don't think you could slide something that thick under the door.
I open the door and hand it to her. and then close the door quickly.
Thank you. I
Um,
hold it like this. Like I imagine it's got like a little strap. I hold it like this.
Should probably clean that
Disinfect
first.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Might have.
You
shits
know it's
or-
been in Felzic's mouth. You
Yes.
know it's been in the bay.
the mouth, the bay, the shitter, and demon summoning. It's going to clean it first. Penny for prestidigitation. I'll just wipe it down.
Oh, here, give me a moment. As your father leaves, and comes back with two silk gloves.
Oh.
That have embroidered in red silk thread the crest of the Stormkirk house. These were your mother's. If you wear them, you can use that spell.
Are you sure you don't want to hold on to these?
They should have already gone to you. I just remembered now.
She'll put them on you.
It'll help keep you clean of whatever that Diabolist practices.
Put them on. Disinfect the horn. Much better. They will be put to good use.
I have the feeling they'll be seeing quite a lot given your travels.
Put the now not questionable horn on like her side or hip or something. Say, well, I hope there's enough time to come back, depending on the barge, but in case there's not, I have this. And in case there's not, kiss, kiss, you know. Dad, give him a hug. It was lovely seeing you again. Shall try to make the next visit not as long in my absence.
Be safe.
And hopefully next time we'll be able to stay longer as well.
And I'll grab deck and we'll go procure a barge and some paints and canvas. Travel.
Once we're outside, Deknari is like, I don't think your father likes me very much.
What do you mean you don't think he likes you?
I mean, I don't know.
He doesn't like Felzik. I can tell you that. It's fun.
I mean, who likes Felzik?
Ranis? I suppose.
Does he, though?
It seems complicated.
Clearly. Let's go.
Yes. I think he liked you just fine.
I will trust your judgment.
I think if he didn't like you, he would have made it very clear.
That's fair.
So you pick up some paints and some canvas. And you go to inquire about a barge.
Yes.
And you manage to find one
One. Of course,
That
there's
is-
just one.
that is headed in the direction that you are intending to go.
Mm-hmm.
That is large enough to accommodate all of you.
All of us, yeah.
A rare sight to be seen in these lands. Blue dragonborn. So you all want to head upriver?
Yes, indeed.
All right. And there's 5 of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gives you a good hard look, Octavia.
I do my best to look good for barge travel. I look
Well,
Which is capable, basically.
Guess I'd be doing your family a favor by moving you upriver.
Oh, I am wearing the gloves with the, yeah. They'd be most appreciative. We'd go by foot, but time is of the essence.
Well, there's rather humble accommodations, but there should be enough room for the lot of you.
Oh, that's fine. We don't take up much space. Travel light.
He has the look like he does not trust you.
Of course not. He shouldn't. I'm half vampire.
Yes. Well, as long as you're willing to do a little bit of light labor and when the brigands hit, because the brigands will hit,
The way they will hit, yes.
defend yourselves. I don't see why not.
Wonderful. When do you intend to leave?
We should be shoving off here in about an hour.
Is that enough time to go back to the lighthouse, grab them, and come back?
Yeah, we'll give you about 10, maybe 20 minutes to spare.
Okay, she goes, wonderful. We'll be here 10 to. And we'll do a little bow, and then really cool swirly cape move with a couple bats, like, peeking out. Woo. And then we go back to the lighthouse.
Deknar is not nearly as flashy. She just turns around.
Yeah. Look. Can't be flashy. What am I doing? The good news about barge travel, Deck, is that you should be able to paint while we're traveling.
That's very true. I don't think I've ever traveled by barge before.
Oh! I used to do it quite a good bit when I was a bit younger. When I first started running messages and errands and such. It's quite a nice way to travel. I mean, there will be brigands, but
Well, I mean,
relaxing.
I would expect nothing less, so.
Right, and then we go tell everybody the good news. We got a bar.
As you inform everyone, for our viewers. Yeah. Noble and her motley crew will be traveling with me. Don't worry, I will do my best endeavor to keep them safe. Oh, beware of the dead one. Okay, good to know. Well, about the werewolf. Well, that's your problem. And yes, you inform your party of their current travel
A
accommodations.
good group of friends, as Felsic likes to say. Friends.
It's time then to leave.
Yes. You have about
Yeah.
5-10 minutes to pick up your things.
There's just 5 more minutes in here.
He's still in the bathroom.
Takes me about an hour.
Make it 4. I'm coming in there and forcibly removing you.
No. There's no need for that.
Look, if you force him out early, he'll say he wants to start all over or something.
Oh, jeez. Was there any trouble securing the barge?
Oh no, we're going to be traveling with. Did I get the captain's name? Like when I was inquiring around?
Morn.
We were traveling with Captain Morn on his barge. He's blue dragonborn.
Is that a well-known name? I mean, a blue dragonborn would be someone that might stand out
That is rare.
among certain circles.
Name's not on your list.
Okay,
First
that's
and
good.
foremost.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
First and foremost, not on your list.
Wonderful.
Though Sure, you can make me a history check to see if you know of this odd individual.
Yeah. 12.
Not exceptionally well known. There is another individual that may have some resemblance to the captain. Pit fighter from back before the Troubles.
Yeah, my memory's spotty for a significant portion of the recent past. So
The sleeping quarters will be tight, but it's okay. Deck and I can bunk together. Give us some room for everyone else.
I'm fine on deck.
What
I
is
like the night
cost?
sky.
Oh, my family just owed him a small favor to me. Though we could probably throw money at him as well.
A small favor.
Oh yes, we love
Usually
dealing in
they
favors.
Usually they turn into bigger favors.
Well, we have
Just
to protect
why it's-
ourselves. When the
which is
brigands
why-
hit.
And that's
Brigands.
also why it's much more profitable to deal in favors, because they always turn out to be bigger than you expect.
Remind me not to bargain with you.
It's probably a good idea.
We're wise.
Very wise.
And we wait for Felsic.
If he's not out in
returned, master.
is it right at 4 minutes?
Oh, it's right at 5.
Oh, that's it. Wolfrick's coming in there if it didn't.
It's locked. It's locked. Don't damage the bathroom door.
No, I'm almost done. Oh, yeah. Over here. Yes. All right. Open the door.
Come out.
Do you have to be so rude?
You have to take so long.
Yes, I have to take so long.
Why are you
Others-
so interested in his bowel movements, Wolfric?
Others
him
have to use
go
the
in
bathroom.
peace.
And if he
Well,
if
then-
Cretan's invisible again, I just sense the floating.
Yes.
Flittering, like, takes about an hour to summon a small demon, I would imagine.
Oh, that's
that was-
right. You
Yeah.
did
Do
mention
that
that.
anywhere. Why do you choose the bathroom?
Yes, why?
You know you can do that in front of us.
To have privacy.
To each their
Well,
own.
here's your horn back. We didn't need it.
What are
thank
you using for your components for that spell?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Oh, forget I asked.
You just hear sulfur is a requisite.
Don't tell him that.
Oh, I think from the smell we could infer.
I was thinking methane.
Yes, a bit of sulfur. Well, are you really that interested?
Yes.
Well, then, perhaps I'll show you next time. I'm sure Cretan will die again.
Oh dear, no.
Oh,
It's so sad.
Poor Cretan.
poor Cretan. But to be fair, Cretan doesn't seem entirely durable. You should really learn how to swim.
I have wings, thank you.
Yes,
Was Cretan the one that brought me the rope?
yes, I sent Cretan after you.
Thank you, Cretan. I appreciate your assistance.
You are very welcome.
Yeah.
As we
To
go
the
to leave,
barge?
Uranus activates his tattoo
Oh.
and kind of takes on the form of a normal human.
And just in case, because you two got into trouble last night, I cast Pass Without a Trace.
But, I
I
mean,
mean, you don't want the madman of the castle following this?
Just, I'm not sure how much trouble they got in.
an awful lot.
So I'm just going to.
And
just
it,
going to
and the
play it
Lord of the
safe.
Keep seemed to be very interested in having Felsik's body.
Which is why I'm spending a spell slot.
Why is that a theme with people we meet?
People interested in Felzic's body? I mean, that's something
Felsik's
new.
body, my body, just possession in
Body
I can
Bodies
general.
everywhere.
understand the obsession with your body.
Well, supposedly he's
Thank you,
strange,
dearest.
and I'm not sure. I mean,
I'm nothing interesting, so
Oh, darling, you're incredibly
Octavia
fascinating.
doesn't seem to think
thank
otherwise.
you, dear. But you're biased at it, so
My love.
as you should be.
Okay, this is
There we
getting a bit
go.
thick in here now. Can we go?
Can we
Well,
leave?
yes, let's go.
Let's go. And we're arm in arm as we pass without a trace down to the barge.
Wolfric can't wait to get his quest done and get away from you two. You're
Yes.
disgusting to him.
And the pass without a trace is so that they can stealth. Basically, this casting of passing without a trace is to make me and Deck look so fabulous that no one can notice anyone else around us, which makes them easier to hide while we travel down the streets.
Look at me, I'm hiding.
So, yes. Boom! We go down to the deck.
So you go down to the riverside docks and board the barge.
Mm-hmm.
The river is very wide, and so the barge is itself of significant size. It has two small buildings essentially on it. One that will be accommodating you, and the captain is going to make do with the pilot's house for his run on this journey.
How generous.
It is not empty, as the barge itself is ferrying a significant number of large crates, unlabeled, upriver.
Feel sick.
I like unlabeled grades.
And so, with puffs of smoke, the burning of coal, and a steam engine pushing forward, you begin making your way upriver. But that's our heroes leaving the Drownyard. For our story, we must linger. And so we see a few things. We see Lind having sewn up a new doll, one that bears a striking resemblance to Felzik.
Mm.
We see a strained familial reunion between Geralf and Gisa. The estranged siblings, both with their own small hordes, parlaying with one another, finding out about the vampiric undead that are now rampaging and surprisingly turning the living, and what the two of them are conspiring to do about it. And Geralf letting slip of the sentient, ensouled undead that slipped through his fingers. But last, we see the lighthouse before we leave the Drownyard. And a familiar frame darkening its doorstep. As soon as they made mention, I knew you'd show up. Well, what are old friends for? I can't help that the idiot summoned you. Useful idiot. Useful. So are you still protecting this plane? We do our best. Well, old friend, I'd like to see you try. The screen goes black. There's a fire in the Drownyard as the lighthouse burns.
Dad!
But we don't see that. Our heroes don't, at least. As it is a relaxing afternoon on the river. Going up, not much to see or do aside from the scenery. I'm curious as to, in this pastoral moment, what you all are up to.
Deck. Oh, go ahead, Felsic. Sorry.
Okay. Just Felsic is fishing with Cretan.
Do you have a tiny fishing pole for Cretan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so cute. Is he still invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's just this rod and,
like a
and line.
Boop. Uh-huh.
I will say that you're both being quite successful. As Felsic, you are pulling up some catfish, and Cretan is getting possibly every single frog in this river.
Nice job, Cretan.
Thank you. And so in these two baskets, there are now filled with catfish and frogs. Dagnari, what are you up to?
Yes, I am going to set up probably towards the front of the barge, I think.
Okay.
She'll put her easel, her canvas, pull out her paints and stuff, and then she's going to start painting her dream.
Go ahead and give me intelligence plus your proficiency in a d20, please.
Okay, so D20. So plus intelligence and proficiency. So that would be 16, 30, 20.
Your mind dwells on all that you've seen and trying to put it all together. And there's what the mind sees, and then there's what the canvas takes. And what the canvas takes is this image of this castle. It is large and elaborate. And there's a detail there before that you don't notice until you finish. And that's the moon in this painting. The moon behind this castle is cracking, like something is coming out of it.
Okay.
But the castle is nothing that you remember seeing except in your vision. Nothing that anyone on this barge has seen before. But it is beautiful in its Gothic architecture and very large.
Okay.
So that's what Deck's up to. Aranis, what are you doing in this pastoral idyllic scene?
Sitting in as much the middle of the barge as possible, away from the edges. Having a strong aversion to water at this point in time. He'll be actually carving on his staff. It looks like he's got a long staff. He uses it a lot of times when he's focusing on particular types of magic, his nature magic. And so it looks like he started at the top and was carving down, and he's just continuing on. It looks like it's one of those never-ending sort of patterns, something he does to pass the time.
Nice. What is Wolfric up to?
Imagine that Ulfric would be wandering the deck, thinking about how annoying Octavia and Dignari are, how annoying Felsic and Aranis. Well, Aranis is okay. Felsic's kind of just weird. He's just muddling all these thoughts as he's going on the ship, wandering around. But I feel like he would end up wandering towards the crates that are not labeled, and he would smell them.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Okay, rolling. I rolled a 10.
10. There is a strong smell, but it might not be what the crates contain. It may be something deliberate, as you've encountered this scent before. Mothballs. A recent development amongst shipping, a way to drive those that have enhanced senses away from the contents of whatever is therein.
So he's hiding something.
Or trying to keep the moths away. Maybe it's just big buckets of moth food. You don't know.
Could be a lot of things. I think that's all Wolfric would do. I feel like the camera would just be happy panning to that.
Octavia, what are you doing?
I don't think Octavia is sitting particularly still. Now, she manages to look like she's, like, lounging, walking to another spot, lounging, but she's kind of just keeping aware of the area, making sure, because, you know, it's when the bandits come, not if, and, you know, people keep disappearing, and she wants to keep Dex safe. I think she's looking around with her, you know, eyes, ears, and all that, but also she's just thinking about everything that's happened. She's mulling everything over. Like, the Markovs, what were the deck? Why would they lie about being Myers? All sorts of questions. Bob seems bad. That's a problem for later us, though. And then just mulling over things while paying attention to what's around. Walking around the ship, not staying in one place for more than 15 minutes or so.
And as you all mill about, there is a rustling in the trees. Movement. Subtle. As though the limbs themselves are what are chasing the vessel. Trees moving. something serpentine amongst the limbs. As the woods also grow in shadows. Shadows that seem to want to intersect with that of the barge. And then we just see two glowing yellow eyes. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Woohoo! Boy.
Thank you for being with us.
Boy, oh boy. All right. Well, that was super fun. I'm very concerned about the health and safety and well-being of my father, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe an orphan soon, who knows? We'll find out. We're gonna go around, we're gonna say who we are, where we can find you, and favorite moments of tonight's game, because I think that's important. We'll start with our game master. How are you, Pope?
Oh, I am doing fabulous. There has been so much that has happened and continues to happen. As I just get to throw reference after reference to MTG and other media, and see certain people freak out and others not, which is just as delightful. So yeah, no, I enjoyed getting to play your father. I very much got to enjoy playing Meyer, and seeing just the havoc that has ensued and will continue to ensue. And if you want to see more of havoc involving my silly face, you get a number of opportunities throughout the week. Coming up next is Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern over on Follow Black Cats. We continue on with our Disaster Spies as we make our plans in Miami and see about probably going to the Indian subcontinent. I apologize, India. I know it's fictional, but I just feel I need to apologize now for everything that will happen in a fictional version. And then on Saturday, we have a very, what I feel is important episode of Mechton with the corporate raiders, and that will be at 8 p.m. on Praxagorth as before yet. I am a part of the sister show Starblade Battalion, and that's at 4:30 every other Saturday. And yeah, that one's going to be interesting to see as the corporate raiders leave Charybdis in a hurry. I have many questions. So, but I Defiant Rat, so I'll actually be in chat for that one. So come join me as I scream at the screen and in chat as things happen. And then on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern over on Balrog 1911, we are back with our second episode of Brinkwood, a castle punk story of revolution as we take on capitalistic industrialist vampires. With our little ragtag group, we're invading a dungeon to free someone who may join our party. We have poisoned the guard viciously and are going to make our way deeper in. So if you want to see a bunch of folks just be absolutely vicious to capitalists and cops, come join us. And that is on 2 p.m. Eastern over on Balrog 1911. And then be back here on Monday, because I don't know about everyone else, but I'm loving this. and seeing and having all these wonderful people scream for so many different reasons.
Thank you. This has been truly wonderful. Speaking of truly wonderful, Deknari, how are you?
I am great. That was a blast. I had a lot of fun. I caught up on last week's episode before game tonight, and I was
Yeah.
screaming at the TV. My husband was giving me looks because he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" But anyway, I had a blast. This was so much fun. You can find me here on Mondays, Tuesdays, and the occasional Saturdays when we play Aliens. On Monday nights, I play Deknari, the ASMR monk, who people keep calling her a bird, want a piece of her apparently, so that's fun. And then on Tuesdays I play Ambara Vanastra, the divine soul sorceress, who is getting ready to do a ritual, several
Yes.
rituals.
Yes,
actually.
you are. They're gonna go
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. It'll be great. And then on Saturdays, I play, or occasional Saturdays, not every Saturday, I play Violet 6, the synthetic human, who doesn't really know what's going on right now. Just knows that a lot of bad things are going to happen soon because they always do. So, it'll be fun. It'll be fine. My favorite part was just Felsic the whole episode. Just everything with, the bay and the 4 different types of teleportation and the oops with all of the dimension doors. I thought it was hilarious. I have a blast watching Felsic and figure out what the hell is going through his brain. So I'm very excited to see what he does in the future.
Wonderful, wonderful. Someone who I'm sure is excited to see what Felsic does in the future. Aranis Uadrana. How are you?
Yes, always excited to find out what Felsic's doing because I have somehow attached myself to his shooting star of death and destruction. Yes, hi. I'm Deception Check. I play Avranis Uadrana here. You can also find me on Tuesdays when I'm playing Merrick Tenpenny. He's a shifter pirate who is stuck in that world trying to get home and might just have found his great granddaughter, and it's really weird timey-wimey stuff trying to figure it out.
Just don't think
That's
about it too
going
much.
well. And then the occasional Saturday as well for Hank Granger, the Blade Runner hybrid that's stuck in an Aliens episode, which it works. Travis said it's okay. He thought it was a good idea. Works for Wayland Yutani. It's going fine. Everything's great. He totally just turned around and shot a guy in the head because he was a threat to everyone. And we're dealing with the ramifications of that particular action and all the other poor choices we've made since then. It's going great. Favorite part tonight, everything about the Phaelathon, from the castle to the bay and back again. That was exciting. Thank you, Felsic, for accentuating my poor roles with with your own at times. So thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank Wolfric for being able to play with us tonight. How are you?
Good. Sad that I came in late because I feel like I missed a lot of important things, or at least
You
funny
missed-
and exciting things.
Mostly that.
Yeah. So coming in where I did was funny and great, and you guys hanging there with Wolfric. He's got his mission, so he's going to be a little rough around the edges concerning you guys. So bear with me. Anyways, I'm sorry about 206. I'm here Mondays, Tuesdays, and when we play Aliens. And there was something that Felsic said that was my favorite part for the night. I can't remember what, but the bathroom stuff was funny as heck. So, toilet jokes. It's just all going down the toilet. So, anyways, thanks everybody for watching.
All going down the toilet. Felsic, how are you?
Yes. Great transition. Now,
Thank you. They happen occasionally.
I'm D20 Kudegra. You can find me here Mondays. You can find me playing, let's see, Magnus Deep Shaft tomorrow. And then, let's see, I play Sergeant Red Blue, Corporal Red Brewer in our Aliens game on Saturday. And, my favorite parts are always just your descriptions there, Pope. I really liked when you described the breakfast that Octavia's father cooked for us. And then, maybe it's just I'm a bit hungry. And also, I like when you described the shadow overtaking the ship in the bay. That was interesting. And yes, thank you. I really enjoy this game. Can't wait till next week.
I can't wait till next week either. And my favorite parts was Felsic in the with the bathrooms. Like, it's just, I love how we're just gonna have to find outhouses to summon Cretan depending on where we're at. It's gonna be great. The image of Felsic, like, feet kicking off the edge of the barge with a tiny invisible Cretan next to him, both fishing, is just precious. I love it so much. I just want like a little sketch of that, just to be like boop boop boop, just the undead and his imp fishing, just so pleasant. I also loved Deknari appearing and then being like, oh, it's just, I don't know how to process it, and me being like, well, maybe you could paint the scene, and she's like, I actually have proficiency in painter's tools. Like, we're just on the same page, and I loved that because we did not talk about that beforehand. It was just, I love it when RP moments happen like that. In the whole oops dimension door debacle, just I just headcanon that's just Felsic's dimension door word. Oops! But it only happens after the teleport. Just oops. It's great. I'm here for more of it. Hope maybe we'll see. That was certainly an adventure in the Drownyards. And then, like, Octavia's dad is just super nice and great, and maybe dead, but maybe not. We'll maybe find out. Yeah, she's having more questions about her mom after that whole thing, because she hasn't exactly been told much about her mom, because it's a sore spot in the family. Might be why her dad's banished to the Drownyards for 2 more decades. And has been for, like, the past 6. It happens, you know? So maybe we'll find out some things. I'm certainly eager to find out what's following the boat next week. That'll be good. But yeah, you can find us here on my channel next week for more of this, and it'll be super fun. You can also find us tomorrow night for some wonderful, fun ritual times in our epilogues of Mists of Ravenloft, where 2 people may no longer be vampires, and hopefully Ambar will no longer be blood-cursed. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good old time. And then on this Saturday, we've got our episode of Aliens. Our once-a-month episode is this Saturday, because our GM is going to be abroad for a bit, so we wanted to get them. They might be close together than normal, but, you know, we wanted to have one this month, so we're having it early. Which no one can complain about, I don't think, because finally, for once, the previous episode will be somewhat fresh, because it'll have only been 2 weeks. And maybe we'll turn on the power! I'm sure that's a good thing. Yeah, we'll find out. That's, I feel like, my motto for a lot of you guys. We'll find out. But thank you all so much for hanging out and watching, and thank you all so much for playing and GMing. Until next time, have fun, play games.